Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
All right, people, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again to another one here on the coach's desk. We are live and direct. And we have a bridging there, you know, people. Yeah, man. Former St. Jago High School track and field head coach. Yeah, a coach that has been on several national teams. One that I believe is highly qualified to be on the show tonight. Not only to be on the show, but in real life. Yeah. So big up and welcome to Coach Keelando Goburn. Welcome to the show, Coach.
Yeah, man, blessing, Coach Minzy. One love.
Yeah, man. So me and Coach Goburn, we have been having several conversations about the championship that is coming up, right? And it's like we share some similar things, and then we have some little differences, but it is always a good conversation. You see me I say? I'm sure him share the same sentiments. We now put him on the spot still, but we know him share the same sentiments. Coach Goburn, oh God.
There, there. Whenever it's time for represent for the black, green, and gold, we have a front and center.
Yeah, man.
Jamaica all day, every day.
Definitely. So, people, we're going to be talking about big up the people on Facebook. Big up my viewers and my subscribers. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you're new. Onika, big up yourself, We see engineer at the building, Juras, and all the other people. Big up on yourself. Uncle Jev also here. Big up everybody. You know, so I can't call everybody name, but because we're going to go for a long list because the chat are full up now. But me and Coach Gerbo are going to talk about the running events tonight. And we're going to touch upon the relay too. I know say that don't love hear about it now. We're going to hear from the expert. All right, Coach Goburn, which one are we going to start with? This pretty much a year show tonight. You people want to hear from it.
Boy, I never know that, man.
Yeah, well.
That means I pray first before, man. Well, based on what I've been hearing from, the clips from Japan, in fact, from the training camp, it appears as if, there's a good spirit in the Jamaican camp. It sounds as if all is well logistic-wise. They had a very good pre-championship camp. So far, only one sour note, the withdrawal of Rochelle Clayton in the women's long hurdles. Rochelle is one that has been carrying the banner for us for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And she's one that you could never write off or count out. So it's just unfortunate that, this time around she will not get a chance to face a starter. She has been having a roller coaster season. Truth be told, I was surprised when she came and won at the national championships.
Yeah.
That just goes to show how tough she is. So.
Because I had Anjanette winning, based on, like I said, the up and down season Rochelle had been having.
I expected Anjanette Knight to win at the trials. In fact, I was hoping that Rochelle would even get in the top three. What confirmed that she'd get in the top three? I saw that Jenny Russell was struggling also, so that kind of solidified the top three. But honestly, I didn't expect her to win. But it's just unfortunate. And she's a fighter, and she's one that will get into the finals.
Yeah, and with the injury that she has, she would have fought through it, but based on recommendation, she can't fight through that 1 year. She just have to throw in the towel for this season. And I just wish her a speedy recovery, and I hope that she come back bigger and better.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Well, yeah, go on.
No, I was saying at the last edition of these championships, Jamaica won 12 medals, 3 gold, 5 silver, and 4 bronze. There have been a lot of talks. I'm not always one to predict medals, but there has been a lot of talks about the amount of medals that we can or we will win. But let's see.
Yeah, definitely. I wasn't going to do any prediction this year because it was like, this prediction thing probably get overrated. I mean, I say a lot of times we predict on the kind of jinx thing, but may I say it was just on my mind to talk about it. And I did a video today sharing my prediction. So we pretty much want to hear from you what you think. And since you start talk about Rochelle, let us talk about the 4 hurdles. We have 2 athletes remaining in this 4 hurdles. Again, that is unfortunate. Seeing with Sonic Walker not able to be in Tokyo. That is really, really sad. Some logistics issues. And also I heard that there are some testing issues. She didn't get a chance to do the gene test. Right. But more importantly, the visa are the most important thing, and she don't have that. But we only have Anjanette and Cheyenne someone in this one. And with the field that is out there, minus a Sidney McLaughlin Leveroni, how do you see your chances?
Well, first and foremost, I honestly think that Sidney McLaughlin gave up the easiest gold medal in the history of track and field. I mean, barring mishaps or any unforeseen situation, should have easily won that gold medal. Femke Ball, on the other hand, is the world leader, 51.91, her best time this season. There's somewhat of a dark horse in this race that many persons have not. I've not heard many of the commentators or the analysts speak about her, but she's the NCAA champion, Savannah Sutherland. She ranks number 2 in the world, 52.46, but I'm not sure if because she's a Canadian and Canada generally don't do, well in these events. But she's definitely a live shot. She won at the NCs. In fact, she has been dominant all season. She obviously that they had a plan for her because she raced very sparingly this year. She won at NCs by almost 40-50 meters. She blew away the field to win at the NCAA championship. So she's one that definitely should be watched. All 3 Americans, Dalila Muhammad, Anna Cockrell, and Jasmine Jones, are definitely potential medalists. And our very own Anjanette Knight, who has been knocking on the door for quite some time, but somehow she keeps making the finals, but she just can't get that elusive medal or podium finish position. But that's going to be one of the toughest races. Interestingly, last year, Femke Ball, who was being touted to defeat Sidney McLaughlin, to me, she was a total flop in the Olympic finals. She ended up walking across the line, giving up the silver medal to Anna Cockrell from the US. So I know that this time around, having made the team and have improved her season best, her personal best to 52.89, Anna Cockrell must be eyeing gold because Femke is the world leader. She's the favorite, but she was beaten last year in the Olympic finals. So I'm sure that Anna and her team is definitely eyeing gold. It's gonna be one a tough race. Cheyenne Salmon.
But before you move to Cheyenne, coach, when you look at that is a good thing for Anna and her team. However, with that being said, I do believe that Femke and her team would have taken a different approach this season. Whereas, normally should have blasted out in the indoor seasons. She didn't go there. She started her season a little bit later. And incrementally, she has been improving as she goes along throughout the season. She raced sparingly. I think it is as a result of knowing that the season is going to be lengthier. And what she did last year, she had to make that adjustment. So I think, yes, they might be eyeing the gold medal there, which is good because she did beat her. But with the approach that Femke has taken this year, I think it might not be as easy as it is for Anna to really beat her.
No, for
That
me,
is my take. Yeah.
Femke is the overwhelming favorite, for me, I'm
Yeah.
just saying
Yeah.
that
Okay.
because she was beaten into second place at the Olympics last year, then obviously, I mean, Anna Cockrell and her team must feel or think they have a chance,
Definitely.
since she was beaten. Another consistent person in the ladies 400-meter hurdle that has been doing really well on the circuit, quietly finishing some second, third, and fourth place, is Gianna Woodruff. She has been steadily, improving her times, dropping her times. Interestingly, she's also the training partner of Anjanette Knight and Dalila Mohammed.
Yeah.
So that should be very, very interesting. All three horses from the same stable. I'm not sure what the trainer feed them on a daily basis, but it should be very interesting. But for me, the overwhelming favorite is Femke Ball, and the battle will be on for the other medals. I'm praying though that Anjanette Knight would just step up to the plate this time and just put herself in a position for one of these medals. Cheyenne Salmon must not be taken lightly either. When she turns up, she always perform and get to the finals.
Remember, Anna is also in that camp, So four of them. Anna Cockrell is also in the
Anna
hurdles
Cockrell,
mechanic.
right. She
Yeah.
just joined that team. She has been dominant from her collegiate days at USCS, but I just think that Anjanette Knight, if she can execute a more calculated race, she's definitely has a chance of getting on that podium.
So essentially, you're giving a medal in this one for Jamaica.
It's gonna be tough, but it's possible. Right now, my top three is Femke Ball, Anna Cockrell, and a toss-up between Savannah Sutherland and Dalila Mohammed.
I want to tell you that I believe Mohammed has a better chance of beating Femke this year than Anna. That is just my take. I think Dalia Mohammed, she has come back with a different sort of oomph in her step this season. And she won the national trials and she has been on the circuit and she does look different. She reminds me of the year when she won and broke the world record. That too, yes. So I like your picks, but for me, would I have Mohammed in second spot rather than battling for the second medal.
It is quite possible.
The third medal.
It is quite possible. Very possible. Very possible.
All right. So we'll finish off with that. So no medal there for Jamaica. So we still have an asterisk there. So because of course, if like I said, Anjanette and Cheyenne calculate them thing the right and proper way, we can sneak in. On the men's side, that easy for the big three, or you think Roshan can break up the big three?
Oh my God, the men's for the men's 400-meter hurdle, I think there's such a huge gap between the big three and the rest of the field that we could almost just issue medals. Maybe not the order, but we can just issue the medals because. Warholm, Benjamin, and Alison Dos Santos are clearly class for the field. I'm particularly impressed with Samba this year. I mean, he came back this year and he, did some good times. 47.09 is best time. So for me, he would have been the
likely
most
person.
likely candidate
Yeah.
to trouble the big three. But I mean, I think it's over with the big three.
Yeah, one night we are talking now, we are saying a cotton tree, the big tree there, so it's gonna be very difficult to move.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
So, you don't have the order there. You think War Home can beat Benjamin this time around?
I'll go with the American, you know. I'll go with Rai Benjamin. Var Home to me runs one way every time. And when you only have one, it just come like soccer or football. When you only play one formation, it is easy for opposing teams to plan for you. All right. Var Home, empty the tank. Up to hurdle 10, may the best man win. All right. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't work. Rai Benjamin to me has a more calculated approach. And because of that, I'm going to give him the edge. All right. Yeah. Even though War Home is the world leader, 46-28, I think Rai Benjamin, based on how he campaigned this year, 46-54 is best time. I think he's the gold medal favorite.
All right. I see some persons in the chat touting the Viking to get it this time. I see some person calling Dos Santos for the upset. But it's gonna be interesting to see what will transpire the championship.
Ding dong battles. And the season best are very close. 46-28, 46-54, 46-65.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
And the Santos to me, if Var Home runs out of steam in the street, if Alice is close enough, Var Home may end up getting third.
Yeah. Somebody have that. Yeah, somebody have that. So if him get fourth, who that? McMaster?
McMaster, Karen McMaster. I'm not sure if he was. Yes, he was entered. I'm not sure if he was on the start list. I'm not sure if Karen McMaster. I'm not sure.
You know, we never check it, but me know say he has been running this season.
But I have to go back and check. But his times wouldn't be in the one of the top times.
Yeah.
This year. Samba for me would have been the fourth place winner. I mean, even though only 3 men broke 47 seconds this year, he would have been the next best in terms of 47. The NCAA champion from Nigeria, from what's his school near him in Texas? He won at NC's, Nathaniel Ezekiel. All right. Yeah. 47-31. Baylor. He represents Baylor. Right? He won at NC's. All right. His season best is 47-31. He has been a little cheeky in his campaign. Usually people tend to be a little worried about the NCAA athletes when the season ends in July or August. Now it's September, mid-September. So a lot of questions will be asked about the NCAA athletes. The other 2 Americans, Caleb Dean and Chris Robinson, potential finalists, but I don't see them troubling the medals. Rashawn Clark, the Jamaican, I am expecting him to get to the final. The other 2 Jamaicans, Malik James King and Asani Wilson, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But they'd have to run massive PBs to book a lane in that finals.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree. All right. And you see, because we're upon the hurdle, we can nice up the hurdle with the shorter hurdle, the sprint hurdles. So we could take on the men's 110 because the female one are the hotter one. So we can jump to the next hurdle. 110-meter hurdles. We have 3 Jamaicans in Tyler Mason, Orlando Bennett, the national champion, and Demario Prince. But we know it's a Monk Street and a Punk Street. But what what is your take on the whole hurdles? For me, I didn't predict a medal for this group.
I think both sprint hurdles at these championship will be the two toughest races to predict. Both the men and women sprint hurdles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is so tightly bunched that, I mean, any mistake made, you're gonna pay dearly for it. All right. To make things, let me start off by saying, firstly, I was extremely heartbroken to see what happened to Jamaica's own Rashid Broadbell at the Jamaican trials. He, having won the bronze medal at the Olympics last year, he would have been our primary medal candidate.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with Rashid out, it now opens a new can of worm. All right. Them say man for dead for man live. And as such, Tyler Mason saw the opportunity and made good use of it. His first senior national team, he has been knocking on the door for quite some time, but too much quality. 4th, 5th, can't get a foot in. But also, I was expecting Trey Cunningham from America to make the team. He didn't make the team. That also shows the quality of the sprint hurdles on the US side. There's a young man by the name of Cardell Tinch.
Yep.
Wow,
yeah, me and protagonist.
I watched an interview some time ago. I'm not sure if it was on TikTok or YouTube, where he was telling his story. Oh, he used to hurdle. He left the hurdles, went to play football, and somehow he got back into hurdles. It's a very interesting story.
Yeah.
But I think he's definitely one to watch. Grant Holloway, the defending champion, is somewhere, even though the season bests are very close, but he's somewhere like 6th, 7th in terms of season's best. I expect him to get to the final. I expect him to be contending for a medal. But I think this is going to be Grant's toughest test to date since he became a professional.
He has a 13-1 so far this season.
13-1-1.
Yeah.
Which is incidentally is just a shy faster than Demario Prince 13-1-2. So it's going to be very interesting. I honestly, this is one of the events I just want to wait and see, because it is so tightly bunched that you probably have to stop a breath. While watching this race.
But I think Grant is also struggling this season with injuries, and he doesn't look like the killer Grant that we normally see throughout the past years. And sometimes when you always have that momentum going, it really come to an end. Warren Ware was on the other night, and they must say he not see it either. And it's like, Grant, it's no time. I mean, when you look at it, Coach G, it's like he's one of the few hurdles who have a long runner spell in the sport. When you really check it.
Yeah, because he has been around since like 2019.
Yeah.
Like straight off the collegiate circuit, and then he has been.
And he might win. Yeah, might win.
Yeah, he's untouchable indoor and stuff like that. But what is interesting about this season, and I can't recall when was the last time this happened. Maybe someone in the chat could freshen our memory. But this season, 3 men have gone sub 13. 3 men. And in the past, if that happens, usually you might find one person going sub 13 before the championship. We have Cardell Tinch, 1287, the Japanese Rashid, 1292, and the Frenchman Mati, he has gone 1299. This event is going to be so tight that you're going to have persons doing personal best and still can't advance.
That I think so too. I believe so too. And you see, the Tinch would have shown his metal and his pedigree as well, because even though he had 3 persons going sub 13, he did it twice. So that solidify the shape and the desire that he has right now to take this title away from his countryman Grant.
He should be on an eye, and then he's so dominant, and he has won different races with different approaches. Sometimes he gets a good start, he still win. Sometimes he's poor out of the starting blocks,
and him run back,
still win. So that makes him the overwhelming favorite. But this is the hurdles, Coach Minzy, and it is always one of the toughest events to call. But this is one of the events to watch for the World Championship, the men's sprint hurdles.
You're right about that, and people talking up the likes of the Japanese, Muratake. He seems to be a trouble, I think if anybody is to slip up, this kid Rashid can take it,
You sure if he mix?
Huh?
You sure Muratake mix? Muratake maybe have some Jamaican lineage or something, because Japanese men never normally so fast over the hurdles,
Yeah.
I mean from Lu Zhang days, back in the days with China, we have
you're the most of the Chinese, you're the most of the Chinese.
So consistent, but it's gonna be a tough event, and I can tell you right now, the defending champion is not comfortable.
Nah,
he's not comfortable. The other Jamaicans, Orlando Bennett and Tyler Mason. I mean, Orlando Bennett, most persons don't remember. Orlando Bennett is an Olympic finalist. He was in the finals last year at the Olympics, even though he finished 7th. So that speaks volume. Once a man can get to the Olympics finals, you cannot take him lightly. And Orlando Bennett is a man that knows how to turn up when it matters most. All right? Tyler Mason, on the other hand, very good hurdler. I mean, but he has not had any success globally since 2014 when he was second at the World Under-20s in Eugene, Oregon. This is a big opportunity for him. I'll say the first water catch of a wash. We don't know if he's going to make another team, and we don't know if this is the first of many teams. So I sincerely hope that Tyler Mason will come big and try to get into that finals. One thing I know about the Jamaicans, though, and the sprint hurdlers, we always tend to show up in the sprint hurdles. Jamaica, at the championships. Jamaicans always, both men and women, never write off Jamaican sprint hurdlers. Never. It doesn't matter what shape you say they go to the championship into. There's something that, I don't know if there's a spell or something, but the Jamaican sprint hurdlers always turn up when it matters most.
So you're not talking about the man from Monk Street, What do you think about him chances?
The Mario Prince just signed a new NIL deal with Adidas. Money in the bank. Prince and my boy still. But it's gonna be tough for him to get to the final. Based on his personal best, he's right there with everybody. His coach, Benji Bridgen, knows how to get him ready, knows the right buttons to press when it matters most. But as I said before, Mr. Minzy, it feels difficult calling this event.
Yeah, man, for real.
I mean, anyone of the top 20 ranked men in the world, any 8 can get to the final.
Yes.
Depending on what happens on the day.
I remember this is not a place where you're getting a repechage run, You have to go out there from early.
Cut short.
And I've always said, Coach G, with the men's 110 hurdle and the women's 100-meter hurdles, these athletes have never shied away from, competing with each other. And I think that is always good. And that is what makes the event more so interesting. Because I was telling the folks that, I mean, every week you're running to your left, to your right, you look on top quality athlete beside you, And you have to ensure so you maintain that rhythm, running fast between and ensure your technical cadence and everything is there.
Very
So
difficult.
it is one of those events that yo, if you slip your slide, it's very difficult to call.
I remember the Americans are 4.
Mm-hmm.
They are 4 because they have Dylan Beard and Jacoby Tarp, who are also very competent
Very
hurdlers.
competent, yeah.
Virgin.
You know, people talking about 1, 2, 3 for US. You know, me like the youth Tarp
Possible.
though.
Possible.
Me like Tarp, you know.
And Beard.
Yeah, man.
And
Tarp.
Beard.
Yeah.
Dangerous customers.
Them are dangerous customer for sure.
Dangerous. Trust me. What an event, yeah. We have to put our oxygen mask on and watch this.
Yo, the funny plane people get to the mast out.
Right.
Yes. So from one wicked event to our next wicked one. The 100-meter hurdles for female. Jesus.
Oh my God. Ah.
This one is giving a heartache, headache, every ache you can find in another race.
Yeah, this is no different from the men's, you know.
No different.
No different from the men's. Masai Russell, 12-1-7. Honestly, when I saw that, I think something was wrong with the clock. I mean, because it's the easiest 12-1 I've ever seen. When she did it at the Grand Slam.
Mm-hmm.
Grace Stark, dangerous, Toby Abusam, but Akira Nugent. I think Akira Nugent have something up her sleeve for them. I honestly, initially, I had her as a medal prospect, and then somehow she kind of fell off in terms of her campaigning, and then I see she just snap her fingers and turn on back the lights. If they allow Akira to get away from them, they're going to be in problems. I think Nugent is a medal prospect for sure.
Me have her as the person to get the medal in this event. I'm gonna like predict pre-hurdle, but me have her right up there.
She's definitely on the podium for me. And that newfound speed I saw at on the Grand Slam, she's obviously faster than all of them over the flat. All right, and over the hurdles now, they're basically the same in terms of the technical capabilities. So I'm expecting her to use her speed as her biggest asset.
And you see, in using her speed to coach, I think that there's one thing that I am probably a fingernail worried about with her. It's her consistency in managing or controlling that speed.
True.
Because because she's so fast, I believe she normally mess up her technique. But I've seen a glimpse at it at the Diamond League final. When she won that race, she only hit hurdle 10, and it is because that athlete, I think, Kambunji run up on her. And she forget about her or the shape that she was in terms of her technical ability and leave that. And she hit the hurdle, but because the momentum was so good, she never crashed. So if she, because Masai Russell don't give her nothing. I've been saying this for weeks. Masai Russell is very economical. She's very economical over the hurdle. She don't give her nothing.
I love Masai Russell.
If Akira go beat her, she have to be clean.
I love Masai Russell. But if you remember, if you should go back and check all the races that Akira Nugent running problems, she was chasing. Whenever she gets a bad start or her start is not so good and then the field has a little edge on her, that's when she start doing foolishness and running up in the hurdles. But if you look on the flip side, once she's there and has a chance leading her, she's right there, she tend to make less mistake. So the onus will be on her to ensure that those first 5 hurdles, if she's not leading, she has to be right there with them. Because once she end up chasing, she start panic and do a whole lot of foolishness. All right. Plus, as I said, she's very fast. All right. And hurdles is one of those events where, unlike the non-obstacle races, it is difficult for you to glance left or right. All right. You have to totally zoom in 100% down the track Because 1 millisecond and nanosecond, you glance left or right,
You're
bam,
dead
you
in
run
a
up in the
show.
obstacle. Right. So, as long as Akira Nugent does not give up any early deficit, maybe the first 5 hurdles, she's definitely going to be a medal prospect. Love Masai Russell. I think she's a game changer. I mean, I love her spirit. I love how she competes. She got hurt this season, and most persons would just, hand their head in shame and walk away. My girl went to wherever, did her rehab, and came back with a bang. Thankfully for her, the season was longer than normal. All right? She's a clear favorite to me, but, I mean, she won't have it her way. Danielle Williams. By the way, we have 4 Jamaicans in this race.
That is
all right?
that is a great thing.
Yeah, we have Akira Nugent, Danielle Williams, Megan Tapper, and of course, Amai Brown. 4 Jamaicans. All right. Megan Tapper blew the roof off the building at the Jamaican trials. But we have not seen anything close to that since. Maybe it's a plan by her and her team to turn up when it matters most. Because in the grand scheme of things, the 2 biggest races for the season is 1, making the team, and 2, at the championships. All right? So maybe Megan has something up her sleeve. She just had some fresh cash in the bank too, having signed a new deal with Adidas. Hopefully that is some added motivation. So I expect all 3 Jamaican ladies. Well, I expect at least 3 Jamaican ladies to be in the finals. Danielle Williams, the defending champion, Megan Tapper, and of course Akira Nugent. Amai Brown would definitely need to get a much quicker PB to get in. Or sometimes the luck of the draw, sometimes you draw a semi-final that is not as stacked, end up getting an automatic spot. But I think Jamaica has a very good chance of winning at least 2 medals in this race.
Yeah, and Danielle is not one to count out, because especially when she's riding under the radar, that is when she's striking.
Never. That's one of the humblest athletes I've ever seen.
Yeah, man.
Danielle Williams. Original, a real ant, because ants don't really know for themselves like other insects, But may I tell you, Danielle Williams she's so humble. I mean, it's like you almost don't see her. She just turn up and get the job done, but you can't write her off. And Toby Amusan.
Yeah, she may just have a talk about world record holder. Yeah, man.
Who has been conditioned in Jamaica. Interesting.
But there's another athlete that I have seen this season that has defeated Masai Russell.
Nadine
Visser. She has improved tremendously.
Brother.
And she's very technical too. That's why I said that event, Jesus.
And the Dutch. You see the Dutch?
Yeah, man,
the Dutch. I don't know what the Dutch people are doing, but the Dutch have been producing hurdlers left, right, and center from the junior level all the way up to the senior. So Nadine Visser can win. This is an event where we just mentioned about 5 or 6 different ladies, and anyone can win. Anyone. But Nadine Visser should not be counted out. Dangerous customer. All right? Yeah. 12:28. It's the first time in many years we have 5 ladies. 5 ladies have gone 12:30 and faster before the championship. That's scary, Bridget. 5 ladies, 12:30 or faster. Before, normally you see those rich times in the championship.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not sure if the lateness of the championship has anything to do with it. It gives athletes more time to recover from last season, and also give them, a better approach in preparing. It's gonna be a tough one. Masai Russell definitely favorite, but it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, and you know, I had Megan to be in the thick of things too because of what she has been doing. But I don't know. I just hope that this is not true. I heard information that she might be struggling a little bit. So
in terms of
fitness. So I hope that she can, if it is true, it is not something that she can brush aside and go back in a similar form or even better. So she can really you know, at least make it to the finals.
Reggie, when I saw her run 12, when I saw her run that 12:34 at the Jamaican trials, I said, "Whoa!" I mean, she looked crisp, you know, from gun to tape. She blew them away. But we just have not seen anything close to that since.
Yeah,
you know.
So that's why I wonder if that is the case for true, because I've not seen that sort of explosiveness from the start, and also that smooth, silky hurdling from her. Seem to be struggling a little bit. So I just hope that she can get over that and do the do. You understand? But like I said, this event, Masai is the favorite. So let us see if she can hang on to that. Normally, with this
three
event,
Jamaicans, 3 Americans, Visa and Toby.
That are the finalists.
Top 8, yes.
All right.
3 Jamaicans, 3 Americans, Toby Abusan and Visa from Holland. That's my top 8.
That about at all. Nobody can really go around that. Mrs. Somebody I mentioned Samba Mayela in the thing, but Samba Mayela no out, man. I think. So and any six. So you say Sue Miller say Mel say any 6 can win that event.
Any 6. And any one of those 8 ladies mess up, then me expect Devin Charlton, the 60-meter record holder, or Kambunji to capitalize on it.
So hold on, a Grace Stark or Alasia Johnson are going there.
All 3.
Remember, 3
we have 4 now.
Oh yeah, we have 4. Sorry, my bad.
So the 3 Americans: Grace Stark, Masai Russell, Alicia Johnson, Akira Nugent, Daniel Williams, Megan Tupper, Toby Abusan, and Visa. 8.
Yeah. But somebody else said 9 are gonna be in the final.
9?
If 9 Kambunji are going in the final.
Or Devin Charlton.
Yeah. But we think Kambunji probably in a better shape than Charlton.
This season,
yeah. So with that said, I think that can go on. But we are looking for something special in them 2 events there.
And you see the 8 names that I called for the finals, apart from Alicia Johnson, any one of the other 7 can win. Trust me. Anyone. It's going to be tough.
And you know, when I look on all of the 7 G that you just mentioned, they are not far apart in the technical department, you know.
Tightly bunched.
Yeah, man, they're not far apart. All good hurdlers. I mean, you're always gonna see flaws, but for the natural eyes or the fan eyes, you're not gonna see certain flaws. If we probably slow it down on other coaches, we can really see. You get what I say? But most of these ladies, they are closely matched when it comes on to their technical ability. So who concentrate the most? Who up here so ready?
I saw Masai Russell warming up in Miami. Virgin, it is a sight to behold. The young lady clearance of the hurdle is you cannot blink.
Yeah, you're gonna miss it.
She cleared the hurdle so fast. I mean, she's world class. But the gap between her and the rest of the field is very, very minuscule.
Yeah.
You know, so she won't have it her way. I think she's a favorite, but she's gonna have to dig hard. Unfortunately for her, the last time she came to the World Championship, she didn't finish. She fell. Was in Budapest. She came back and redeemed herself the following
At
year
the
at the
Olympics.
Olympics.
Yeah.
Very close race on the line. It's gonna be tough. She have to dig deep to win that gold medal.
Yeah, man, definitely. All right, so we move the hurdles them out of the way. I put some markings beside the hurdles them because I can't wait to watch them race there. All right, so we can jump back into the 400 now. For
Men or women?
Make us start with the men.
I think that Jacor Patterson
Clear favorite.
should win.
And should win, yeah.
I like his UPS story. His resilience, working a 9 to 5, turn up to practice and still running sub 44. That tells us that man they're hungry. I mean, you don't play with people like that.
Yeah.
And then he was fortunate enough to put pen to paper, got a contract, and it is clear that he's way more comfortable now in terms of his headspace. And as a result, he's competing, with more grit. But he's not the world leader. His 43.85 is only second behind the South African Nene. 43.76. The men's 400 to me has somewhat, it took a step back over the last couple of years. I mean, since the Bahamian Stephen Gardner, I mean, the back end of his era, where we used to have like at least 4 or 5 men breaking 44 seconds. I think the event has somewhat, maybe the wheel is turning, but this year so far only 3 men has gone sub 44.
But when you look on the final at the Olympics last year, now only per man go. How many persons went 43?
I can't tell off at the top of my head, but I know definitely. Usually, you would have at least 4 or 5 men going
into a championship with that time that you thought?
Yeah, before. So
okay.
I'm not sure. Hopefully, they will get it when it matters most.
Yeah, I think Patterson is the clear favorite.
Yeah, I'm going with Patterson.
The 390 man, which is yeah, man, a 5-person run 43 in the final last year. Quincy Hall 43.4, Matthew Hudson, which is a 390 man, 43.44. Sam Okanga 43.74, Jerry Richards 43.78, Kirani James 43.87. So it was a real big race there.
So
yeah.
So on to the defending champion.
For boy, he must go dig deep this year, you know.
His best is what, 44.8?
Yeah, 44.89. You can see where the progress was being made because he ran up a couple of 46, 45, and he went down finally to sub 45. Not as competitive as we would want it to be, but I think One Bob is really a fighter still enough. But he have to fight some numbers because him I forget it.
I think when he won in 2023, it was clear the approach that his team was taking. That year, he went sub 45 early from Racers Grand Prix, and he did a lot of short sprints, 100s and 200s. So obviously they were taking a speed approach. I'm not sure what was the plan of action this year, but obviously the preparation was different. That's a young man that I've been watching since he was a youth. He's a World Youth champion. So he won the 400 meter as he's a world champion both as a youth and senior. So he's not one to count to write off.
Yeah,
I'd love to see Matthew Hudson-Smith come in big though. I think he got 2 big opportunities and allow people to run past him up the straight. But he's definitely a medal candidate as well. Jareem Richards, one of the fastest in the field over the flat. Not sure if he can put it together. Kirani James, a veteran, let's find a way to get to the finals and be competitive. But I'm going to go with Patterson.
Yeah. I hear you mention Nene, the fastest, but there's something about these South Africans, they always come good early season. Even the Botswana athletes, they normally come early. And we don't see nothing from them, even at championship. So I'm not too worried about Nene. I more so think that it's gonna be between Patterson, Hudson-Smith, and
what about Mozala, the bronze medalist from the Olympics?
Samukanga, he has not been solid this season, to be honest. He has not been solid, but
44-11.
I think Hudson-Smith, not Hudson-Smith, I think Jareem Richards might find it this year to be on the podium over Samukanga. Samukanga, I think he has been up and down. He still can get it, but I mean that separate and apart from Hudson and Jacori, it's really difficult to call below, the bronze medalists.
Listen, I'm going to watch the rounds, and I'm going to have a keen eye on the defending champion. Because you see that guy then called Bob.
One Bob.
Listen, if he's fit, you can't count him out. Trust me. And the man prove it. Man run past him up the straight at the last championship. So if he's fit, and then even though he's a defending champion, he's not coming in with the favorite tag, which probably is a good thing. It's a good thing. But we have to also remember that numbers don't lie. All right? The clock is the judge.
Yeah,
so if he's going to be competitive, he might have to go much faster than him season's best.
That makes it too. And first round, I don't like say you can go out there, go take your time. Yeah. Me feel say them have to go push. You get to me, I said. So if 400 is gonna be one of those events. So Patterson, I think though, is the hungry man, and he might go full in belly on that one. All right. On the women's side, that is one way we want to see. Let me hear what you say about this now, because you said Sydney give away that sure gold medal.
The surest gold medal in the history of track and field. Surest.
Before you talk about that, just an update. Me say Akira, Nugent, and Juju I do some start just now.
Yeah, I saw the clip.
He look bossy.
Juju look ripe.
Yeah, man, he look bossy. I say no more. Go out with the 400. We see which down there, sir.
All right. Just like the men's 400-meter hurdles, we have the cotton tree. I think it's the same thing with the women's 400.
Yeah.
The question that I would ask myself, though, is either Sydney McCracken has become bored, or her and her team saw something that none of us else saw. Because in order for her coach, because if I was her coach, right, and we're untouchable in the 400-meter hurdles, and to say, okay, coach, we want to do the 400 meters instead. If I don't think that she had a realistic chance of winning it, I would encourage her to say, listen, let us stick to our bread and butter and focus on this event. Case in point, Million Walker. Million Walker, world champion, Olympic champion in the 400-meter hurdles. She wanted to make the switch to the sprint hurdles because she saw at the time some sprint hurdlers dominating where she used to beat them in college. So she's saying that, coach, I want to go down to the sprint hurdles. But her coach is saying, listen me, that will not be a good move. Let us stick to your bread and butter. Okay? Had Million Walker coach at the time think that she had a realistic chance of being as dominant in the sprint hurdles as she was in the 4 hurdles, and obviously he probably would have facilitated her. I think Sydney McLaughlin have something up her sleeve. I don't think they would give up a sure gold medal to come and fight for one. Unless they love fight.
Well, I think they're going to fight, you know.
But I think the big three, Sydney, Paulina, and Nassar, I think the medal will be among those 3 ladies. All right, I think they have a big gap on the rest of the field. The NCAA champion, Alia Butler, she's one of the Americans, 49.09. She's next in line in terms of personal best, but it has been so long since she have competed. After the NCAA championship, I think she competed in Monaco. I think she did 49.5 or 4, I don't remember. But it's a long season, very long season. And I think the top 3 is going to separate themselves from the others. Nikisha Price, the Jamaican, I think she's one to be watched. Dejane Oakley, also at Jamaican, she was second at NC's, also from UGA. They got a 1-2, a Quinella at the NCAA championship. I mean, I expect them to get to the finals. Nikisha Price, if any one of the big 3 should slip up, Nikisha Price, I think, should make herself eligible for a medal. In fact, Nikisha Price should have had a medal already, based on the time she were doing the year before and previous years. But somehow, I'm not sure if she got burnout or something, but she just couldn't get to the podium. What say you? Who you think gonna win, Paulina or Salwa?
Boy, it is a toss-up for me, you know. Remember, me and Coach G have that conversation already. See? So we basically attack it again in the public. And he said the same thing that he said. Him thinks that them give up a medal to come over here, so they must have a plan for win. But guess what? Me if you say Salo and Paulino plan for her, you can't come in at my event and come take over my crown just so. No. You see, it's going to be very difficult now because I think around the management are going to be important, right? Because, you see, Paulino, she deadly. Especially with the finish of her race. She run like with loping strides. She know
big and strong.
Yeah, she know turnover now really quick. But that is what Nasir have. Nasir is fast. And Nasir proved to me that she has gotten back to that form.
But I think Sydney, pound for pound, is more talented than both of them.
She's talented than both of them. But they would have been running this race and the race pattern and the tactics, they would have had it over Sydney. So
you don't think Sydney, minus our 10 obstacles, would be in a more comfortable zone, or it is going to be more challenging?
You know why I think it's going to be more challenging, Coach? Because over the years, she would have been running with the hurdles and the obstacle in her way.
And the rhythm.
Remember I said, she pretty much would have, after our touchdown off the hurdle, she would have trained to do her different patterns.
It's a rhythmic event.
Right.
It's a rhythmic event.
So her cadence would have already been muscle memory, so to speak, in that regard. So that are the reason why I think say because Salwa and Paulina would have constantly been running free, they would have had the edge. You know, so me I watch Sydney for a long time. From she about 16-year-old.
15 years old.
Yeah. So we know her capability and her talent. But for some reason, I see Nasir run that Diamond League final. And it reminds me of the race that she run and win her first world title.
Coach Minze, if a lady runs 50.37 over the 400-meter hurdles, which would have also, that 50.37 would have also booked her finals in the flat 4. So if she was in that semifinals with her hurdles, she would have still got to the finals at the Olympics. I'm saying with the removal, and I just logics me I use, because I've never been at her training session. I don't know nothing about her and her camp. But I'm saying, if she run 50.3 with obstacles, and obviously she have a world-class coach, one of the best to ever do it, veteran guru, obviously the preparation would be geared towards this without the obstacles. Even though she has only gone 48.9 this season, I mean, which is third in the ranking. Salwa 48.6 and Paulina 48.8. The only 3 ladies to have gone sub 49 this season, right? That's why I said they are a cut above everybody else. 47 might run. The world record may be under threat because, you see, listen, I think the plan that Sydney is going to have is catch me if I can. I think she's going to do that. Catch me if I can. And if she go catch me if I can, I think Salwa Nassar would be the most likely candidate to contest based on how she runs.
She run, yeah.
Paulina tend to run a more first controlled 200 and then blast. She come at them with the last 150, right?
Yeah.
But if Sydney McLaughlin decides to go, war is in the dance, my brother.
You see, because I know the capability of Sydney, but you know about the gut feeling. There's a gut feeling in her.
Especially if she get a draw in the finals behind them.
Yes, yeah.
What the comment section saying?
I remember you what them say. Let me check out what them say. Chat, what I say? Nasser will run 34.8 through 300, and Sid and Paulina will be depressed, and she will run 48.01. Interesting. Taik said shows that the 404 hurdles are very different, which is what I am saying.
Is true. Which is true. Because one is rhythmic and one is just a flat.
Yeah, but remember, I come with strategy as well.
All right, so, question.
Yeah.
Since there's such a huge gap between the 400 meters and the 400 meter hurdles, last year at the Olympics, when the Botswana 4x4 team came and threatened everybody, why did the Americans draw for Rai Benjamin and their 4x4 team?
Because Rai Benjamin not only run 400 meter hurdle on the circuit, sometimes in a different meets him run 400. So we know him as somebody who has that cadence in him. Because I remember a man who run 44 low enough, 44 4, 44 2 and
but Sydney has also run many 400. She has run on many 4x4s. Her and Dalila Mohammed. They have run on 4x4s in the past for the US, even though they did the 400 meter hurdles. So they are familiar with the one lap without obstacles.
And that is true. But when you look on a Warholm don't have a fast 400 meter PB.
True. In comparison to his 400 meter hurdle time.
And look on the time when I'm running a 400 meter hurdle, the world record. So it kind of probably different with athlete. I'm not doubting the capabilities of a Sydney. However, you see, if Nasir and Paulino come as they should, the thing say, we might have a world record. Anyone, but me feel say them two ladies are going to defend the turf. Me feel so.
So Sydney will finish third.
That's how me predict.
Boy, Mr. Minze, Sydney have to lose, me say. Why?
That's a prediction, girl.
Yeah. Why would the coach? Is it that they're so bored? Remember, no, you're getting paid to run, right? If you win the flat 400-meter hurdles, you're going to get X amount of money.
Different challenge.
She wants a new challenge.
Me feel so. Cause if she not 400, she can't lose.
Yeah.
So probably a different challenge. Then probably a go for the world record, like you say. But going up after the world record, you have 2 cotton tree in front of you in the event.
I think this race is going to be sub 48. 47 hour run. With those 3 quality ladies, I am telling you. It's going to be interesting.
All right. Dania really said that Sydney's team are trying to build another Alice Felix. The 200 will be next. That 4x4 relay she did last year, she looked good. Coach G, hurdles and flats does not necessarily translate. They are 2 different rhythms. That is what consciously yours is saying. Let me see. Sid will win. May I tell you no, Anthony?
Let me ask you a question. For the person who said that the 400 meters and the flat are different, how does a 400-meter hurdler prepare?
Well,
do they only prepare with hurdles?
No, them base are 400.
Exactly. So their preparation is just like a quarter miler.
With hurdling.
With hurdles. With obstacles. So it's a thin line. Even though the hurdles is a rhythmic event. It is for that reason why we have seen historically it is so easy for 400-meter runners to be converted to 400-meter hurdlers. Look how many times we see that. Look how many times we see 400-meter hurdlers convert to 400-meter hurdles and reap success. So if there is a big disparity between the events, explain that. Yes, the 4 hurdles is a rhythmic event. It's 10 hurdles. Okay? But I'm telling you, the base of the preparation is similar. And it's not like Sydney and her team would have gotten up last month or last week.
Yeah.
And said that they would have had several months to prepare. You know, it's going to be interesting. I mean, persons have some good opinion, but I'm telling you, in my opinion, Sydney is going to be the one to beat. Paulino, quality. Nasir, quality.
Quality.
But big 3.
All right.
Let's look at the rounds. Let's look at the rounds.
There's something there up. Oh, we are gonna look for. Okay, me get where you say. Me just get where you say. All right, yeah, we can look on that and see how it will go, and then if coach have the time, he can forward back or wait.
Yes, if me have the time. You can't feel me when I sleep.
All right, boss. All right. Somebody say, where the retro go on? You know what I read that, G?
Yeah, man, I know him, man. A problem, man.
Problem, man. Roach, just say everybody knows that you're a problem, man.
Problem, man.
Roach is saying Sydney, Nasir, and Paulina is 3. All right.
Easily. The big 3, nobody, the closest to them would have been Alia Butler. And, you know, we're not sure how she will react as an NCAA athlete. Yeah. But there's a big gap between them and the rest of the field.
All right, so we're going to watch that one. 200 meters.
Men?
Yeah, we could start with the men first.
Whew. Where you going with?
You know, sir, it kind of hard to say still, but a father, I go with it now.
Okay, I go with Noah, man.
Yeah, man.
Where's him going to lose the 100?
Yeah, I go back in at 200 with vengeance.
Yes.
The only man when me think can stop him at Tiboho, and Tiboho no look so hot this season.
I know. I heard Tiboga was hurt earlier on.
Yeah.
He competed with Lyles twice this year. I never really like him in body language. It's almost like, But interestingly, the last race that he ran with Noah Lyles, the 200, he blew him away off the curve. Which is telling you that Tibogo is in good shape. Because Noah Lyles is not chicken. So for you to disconnect him so much off the curve, it's telling you that he's in good shape. So to me, there's a big three: Noah, Tibogo, and Kenny. Honestly, I would love to see Tibogo beat Noah again. But right now, for me, I'm going to give Noah the edge.
Okay. So for you to go on level,
Brian level.
My lively vibes.
That got tough, because a portion of sub 20 money in the race, For me, if level can get to that finals, that would have been enough for me. If he can book a lane in that finals. Very young, bright future ahead of him. I mean, basically turn over the apple cart this year. What was it? Third fastest Jamaican over the distance. Only Johan Blake and the great man has gone faster. So he's definitely one to watch. But I think he should just try to get into that 200-meter finals and then make himself available for the 4x1.
All right. The argument is that all of these men who level will be going up against will basically be doubling. How does that feel out for him? For me, I believe that they will have more meters under their legs. However, they will be getting rest before the 200 meters.
300 meters won't hurt these world-class athletes. In fact, when they even look upon a person like Noah Lyles, 300 meters, 100 meters may even work in his favor. Running into shape.
Yeah.
Especially since he had such a late start to his season. So, Brian Level, 1969, number 3 in the world. I'd love if he could finish the season like that. But I mean, it's gonna be very difficult for him to get on that podium, right? Not saying that it is impossible, but right now I have him about 5th, there about 4th, 5th.
Yeah, because those 3 rounds at 200 are gonna be very, very difficult, Yeah, man, have to step, And these 100-meter runners would have had momentum going into that, so they would have mileage already. You see me?
Yeah. What would be interesting though, if Brian Level could improve his PB, maybe in a semifinal, let's say him go 19.6 mid, then the ball game change.
Yeah.
But as long as it stays as is, and then again, experience also.
Yeah.
I mean, Kenny Benderick, Noah Lyles, Tiboko, they have been there, done that. So on that premise, we're just gonna give them the edge over him. But
because a long time these 3 athletes been there and knocking and winning medals, swapping out position and all of these things, So I mean, Bednarik has always been in the medal contention. He has always medaled most times at these major championship. So Noah Bednarik, I don't know, look a fluke. He has improved tremendously this season, and him definitely can push. I think if any one of them slip up though, I think Brian might.
I would be very disappointed if Brian Level allow any other athlete apart from the big three to beat him. I'd be very disappointed. The worst level should finish is fourth. Worst.
Yeah.
If anyone of the big three mess up, he should be there to take the medal.
Yeah. So Chris and the fast car are gonna basically go for experience in that event. Chris,
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for Chris.
Chris run 400 at World Championship and Olympics already. Switching events now is a matter of experience for him.
Yeah, definitely. I think Chris going forward will be a force to reckon with in the 200. I think maybe because his season was a bit hilly here and there, but for this season, he's just going there to wet the waters and see how it works out. He definitely would have to get a PB to get in, at least 20.0 to get into that finals.
Definitely. All right, so on the other hand now, one of the talk of the town, Melissa Jefferson versus Juju versus Sherika versus Brittany Brown becoming now rule our and the Brit. Dina Asha Smith. Boy, that one I got hot too,
Then can't beat Juju. Juju, to me, Virgin. What I love about Julian Alfred is her humility. And he's one of those athletes who, well, this season I think is the most she has stalked. And I guess because she's the Olympic champion. But I think her coach made a good move in terms of pulling her off the circuit for a couple of weeks and going back to the lab. I think they were very strategic with that. Remember, there were rumors circulating that she was hurt, and that's why she wasn't competing. And then she eventually came out and rubbished all of those claims. But I think Julian Alfred in the 200 is going to be hard to beat. Sherika Jackson, the defending champion, we have not seen that 21-5, 21-4 shape, since last year. She got hurt. She has been struggling pretty much for me. Remember, Sherika won back-to-back world titles. So it's going to be tough for her. But I think the big three would have been Jefferson, Alfred, and Sherika.
Yeah. So Sherika will get basically a bronze you have her.
Pretty much.
So you think Brittany Brown can spark an upset?
Oh, definitely. All right. What would be interesting for me in Sherika is the time she runs in the 100. Let's say, for argument's sake, she end up running like 10-7 mid in the 100 or 10-7 low. If she get there, then we have to recalculate the 200. But for the time being, Alfred and Jefferson. Top two.
Yeah. All right. So it never so difficult as we think.
The other American, Mackenzie Long, 21.93.
Yeah.
Not sure.
She I think she has been inconsistent, She came out with a whole lot of talent, but she has not lived up to that billing. And so she might make the finals, but in terms of winning a medal, that is going to be difficult.
What about Dina Asha Smith, Aviana Battle, and Amy Hunt?
Why Amy Hunt look good and she and Dina look good, But why?
If Sherika run 10-7 in the 100, irrespective of her final position, if she runs sub 10-8 in that 100, we have to recalibrate.
Yep. That I agree with. That I agree with. And I think that her team if you notice, and two things me notice, something is up, The championship not started. Some of the athletes not run it. But two things we notice. Fernando do no interview before trials. And Fernando don't do no interview yet down at Tokyo. So me I wonder if Fernando comfortable now or him not to spill nothing in the media right now.
Well, Stephen Francis is an enigma, many people try to figure him out and can't figure him out. But I know one thing for sure. He knows how to get his athletes ready when it matters most.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, let me not go over there say it, because what may I say I go towards male sprinting. I'm going to stick on women.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And all right, so we basically cover the 200 for women and men.
Oh, so what about the Jamaicans?
Yeah, talk to us about
what about Ashanti Moore?
I think Ashanti Moore can go to the final. A matter of fact, me have her in the final and me have her for run sub 22.
Sub 22, quite possible. Based on what I'm hearing, she's doing well on the exercise track. She has got multiple PBs. What I'm most impressed about Ashanti with this year, two things. I think she shed some weight, and I'm impressed with her mechanics, her sprinting mechanics.
Yeah.
I mean, she's big, strong, and powerful, but her stride, length, and cadence, obviously
that improve.
The sprint tech, big up to Coach Wilson and the staff out there, sprint tech. It's obviously that some work has been done with her mechanics. And as a result of that, I mean, she's reaping some fast times. Yeah. She can get to the finals. She can, but she's going to need another big PB.
Yeah, definitely. And what I love to, Ashanti got an early season skier, and she worked through it and she came back. It's like that was a turning moment. You see, sometimes people get injured, and it mess up their mental, but look like Ashanti take that in the next way.
Can work both. It depends on the personality of the athlete. Some persons are tougher than some. Some have more willpower, some have more intrinsic motivation. So it's different. Everybody is from a different cloth.
So our friend there from formerly Ferry to Queens, Gabrielle, she just go for experience though?
I think so. She did well also on the NCAA circuit. She transferred from Ole Miss to Florida, University of Florida, the Gators. She did well. She's very talented though. I'm wondering why
because she can't do the sprint event hurdles too.
Yes, because she did well in the 400-meter hurdles last year, made finals at NCs. I'm not sure, but it's gonna be tough for Gabrielle to get to that finals. Trust me, it's gonna be tough. Ashanti Moore, I think, has a more realistic chance of advancing, all things being equal.
Definitely. All right, so we have two more events to touch. The 100 meters and then we're diving at the relays. Let us start with the women 100 meters.
Melissa Jefferson. This young lady, Melissa Jefferson Wooden. My apologies. Because I hear she married, right?
Yeah, man.
Got married, so you have to respect the boss name, Wooden. Many persons were thinking that this young lady started out her season too fast, in which way I always tend to remain quiet, because when the non-track and field people say, hey, you're running too fast too early, that is dependent on what they are doing in training. You don't know what they are doing in training. What if she's running fast, but she's still loaded, whatever the case? Then obviously the persons in her camp is aware that she will run faster, after that the unloading take place. But She has proven this season that she's a live threat for that gold medal. My gut feeling is telling me that Julian Alfred is going to topple the upper card. My gut feeling. So based on numbers, I go with Jefferson. But you ever have that little bubbling feeling in your little right? We just feel like Sir Alfred, you know? But Jefferson is a favorite.
And when we analyze it, I've been saying that when you look on the mechanics, Jefferson is awesome. Smooth, just like a silk.
Yeah.
So me, if it come down to both of them get a pretty decent start, then it'll come down to the person who have the better mechanics.
All right. May I tell you why I'm going to give Jefferson the edge? And for me, a lot of persons focus on time. Sometimes you have to also pay attention to execution. All season, nobody has led Jefferson to 60 meters. Every single race, in fact, she unbeaten, and every race that she won this season, at 60 meters, she was in front.
Yep.
The last time Julian Alfred ran, at 60 meters, Tia Clayton was in front. And she eventually pulled through and beat Tina. If Jefferson is leading at 60, Alfred is not going to win. She's not going to run past Jefferson like how she run past Tia. All right? So on that premise, execution, to me, Jefferson has been more consistent this season in executing. She's yet to have a bad race. Let's hope it doesn't come at the championship. But she has been very consistent in her execution, and her confidence is through the roof. And I said that at the US trials. Even when she won the 200, it is clear that she didn't even expect to run so fast. You know, but when you're in shape, when an athlete is in shape, you can't put any limit on them. So I'm going to go with Melissa Jefferson as a favorite. The Olympic champion should not be counted out. She has a live shot, but as of now, Jefferson is a favorite, and I expect Jamaica to win a medal in this event. I expect Tina.
Tina, all right. Objectivity is saying that Juju pulled up on her in Eugene, but pulling up was one. Melissa ensures that she win.
Definitely.
So even if she pull up on her, who got the metal to go out of line there first?
I love Jojo, you know. Why? Jojo is Caribbean, plus Jojo is half Jamaican. By virtue of her attending high school in Jamaica, right? So I would go the Caribbean athlete any day, but you have to be realistic.
Yeah.
Melissa Jefferson is having one of those seasons. You remember when Usain Bolt burst on the scene in 2008 with the 100, when from his first race of the season to the last race, he was unstoppable, minus the world records that he broke.
Yeah.
I mean, Jefferson is having one of those seasons where I'm telling her she's going to be hard to beat. And by Jojo allowed Tia to lead her to 60 in the Diamond League finals. If she allow Melissa Jefferson to get there before her, it's over. It's over.
People now agree with you on Juju Cummins, Melissa beating Juju, but I saw it said.
Listen.
Me tell them that say are the technical athlete, you know, but them I see them so them can rush me too.
Listen, you can't use emotions and reason. Julian Alfred has a live shot of winning because Julian Alfred is of that quality. Good. And you said that you saw her doing some starts, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Alfred wants to win this world title, she has to be willing to have a better execution. That race that she did, that her last execution, and you are as good as the last performance.
Mm-hmm.
Her last execution in the Diamond League finals, which she eventually won, but at 60 meters, the Jamaican was clearly in front. Out wide. I don't know if you remember, I think Tia was in lane 7 or 8 out wide. And she ran past her in the last 25, 30 meters. So Alfred has a chance. I'm not saying that Alfred can't win. I did not say that. But as of now, Melissa Jefferson is a favorite. Alfred made us turn up with our game face, win. And also Jefferson is the only one to have gone sub 10.7 this season. 10.65 versus
Twice.
Alfred 10. Repeat?
She did it twice.
Twice versus Alfred 10.75. You cannot turn a blind eye to that.
And when she did it at Eugene, people did that say Rhea Eugene. But then she come, a Diamond League come do it outside of US. So you have to give credit to that performance.
Jefferson's a favorite, man.
Yeah, man.
And I expect the Jamaican to win a medal. I expect Tina to win a medal. The other Americans, interestingly, there are 4 Americans in this race. I remember the defending champion, Shakari. But there are 4 Americans in this race, and all 4 are from the same camp. All right? Kayla White, Tanisha Terry, Shakari Richardson, and, of course, Melissa Jefferson. What about Shelley and Fraser Price, the GOAT?
I am pleased that Shelley is actually at the championship running an individual event. I predicted her to be on the 4x1 to come fourth. But the unfortunate happened to Tia, and Shelley just met the team, right?
Like a true Phoenix.
Yeah.
Rise.
And for me, this might sound bad to the audience because they know say a Shelley me push. See? But I have to be realistic. And Shelley is coming to an end, a very illustrious career. The real Mommy Rocket, the GOAT, the legend. See? But I've been saying though, coach, that she have one shot in her gun, one shot in her chamber. I don't know how it will release, when it will release, but me feel say one still in her chamber. I don't know if that one release they are gonna get her up on the podium either. You get what I say? But there's still one fire in her gun. I don't know if it will gonna make sure run 10-7 or a 10-8 low, but one is there.
Yeah. Shelley should get to the final. I mean, I reason based on emotions, but Shelley is over the hill. Shelley has seen her best days, and what I wouldn't want is Shelley to leave this championship with her head down. That is why I was happy when I saw the J3 selected Tia for the 4x1, because I strongly believe that the Jamaican ladies can win this 4x1, but I don't think we could have done it without the twin turbos. So with both Claytons on the team, I think we have a realistic chance of winning, especially if we lead off with Shelley.
Yeah.
Shelley is not of the Shelley of back in the days where you have to give Shelley a running start. No, you have to be realistic. Put her on the blocks, give her a staggered start, you're going to get a good lead off. Shelley, the twin turbos in the middle, Tia on the back. As a matter of fact, apart from Julian Alfred, who will not be running the 4x1. any other female sprinter you put on that backstretch, assuming that the Americans use Melissa Jefferson, she's going to disconnect them. Jefferson. Right? So, our best shot of staying close to them, even if we don't win the leg, our best shot of staying close to the Americans is Tia. Use Tia, run the backstretch, Tina, because Tia is obviously the fastest Jamaican this year. She got a little scare at the trials. She came back, prove her fitness. Okay. Use her to run that backstretch. Both rounds, because she's only on relay duties. Right? So use the twins, since one is running the 100 and one is only relay duties. Use both of them. In fact, the only thing I think we should change for the prelims is the anchor leg. Because Sherika will be a 200-meter candidate and a potential finalist or medalist. And we just bring in Sherika for anchor. But I think Jamaica has a realistic chance. Yeah, the Americans hot, yes, but apart from Jefferson, everybody else is right there with us. So we just need to find a way to stay close and don't make any mistake. Plus, Jefferson is going to double. Jefferson is going to double. So by the time we get to that 4x1 finals, Jefferson would already have 900 meters under our belt. Whereas Tia would only have 100 meters, which is the 4x1 heats. We can't win it.
You pretty much start about the 4x1, you know.
Oh.
You pretty much start about the 4x1. But you know, some people have some other ideas of how they set up the team. Because more than likely, the assumption is that Jefferson will start, to TT Terry, to Kayla White, to Shakiri. Because remember, you said Jefferson always a lead out of the blocks, you know. So I think they will stock it there. And she has always been the lead off over the years.
If Jefferson lead off, who on the backstretch? TT Terry?
TT Terry.
That me want the Americans to do. Put TT Terry with Tia, and then we see what God them a serve. Especially if they're behind them. That me want. So make them lead off with Jefferson.
And that me feel say them are gonna do, but
yeah,
because this is some training clips and that me I see how Kayla White, me see a pass to Shakiri. And TT Terry has run backstretch for US before, you know.
Of course. From junior days too.
So me think I saw them and set it. But some people are say the American in the chat, Brown say TT will embarrass Tia on the backstretch.
When?
You see, because Shelly get an injury and TT look like she going something. Everybody a talk about. Remember, say 11-3 she run her last race, you know. 11-3 she got knock up go run. Remember that. Don't get it twisted, Americans. Do not get it twisted. So the people must say we could have Shelly start, Tina pan backstretch, Sherika third, and Tia for anchor. Because Tia and Tina is not far apart in terms of time. And based on what they would have been running over the years, that would be an ideal way to set them up. What do you think?
My team, you see the twin turbo? Just think about what they have been doing since. And think about day 9 of the championship. After 9 days of competition. And if you select Tia, who is the fastest Jamaican this year, and she was only selected for relay duties, right? That backstretch is oftentimes the deciding factor. Oftentimes, it's a team win or lose from the backstretch, right? I expect the Americans to put Jefferson on the backstretch. That's what I expect. Any other person apart from Julian Alfred, because the other fastest people in the world are Americans. Any other person that is placed on that backstretch, apart from one of the Clayton twins, they will be nullified. So to keep Jamaica in the race, I think our best bet is to keep Tia on the backstretch and make Tina on the third leg.
Okay.
I may be wrong, but that's my call.
You see, but we know the coaches are I don't think they have ever been experimental, though, you know.
No, them always stick to the books.
To the books, yeah.
I remember that when you talk about professional athletes, oftentimes it is very democratic, you know. And some of the times the coaches have to just, if them say, all right, we want to run it this way. Sometimes the coaches just work with it. As long as it have a good cohesion and all four members of the team agree with it, you know. But I don't know. That's my team.
Yeah. But you set up the male team, you know.
Ideally, Blake, Civil. I'm not sure if Level is practicing, but right now it will be Ford, Tikisha, and Thompson. I saw something at the 4x when Jamaica men qualified for the 4x1. The young man from GC Foster.
Cajun
Golson. I thought Kishan Thompson was going to run out of the zone. When I went back and I watched the race, because I thought Kishan had moved early. I watched that about 5 or 6 times. He did not move early. The man does fast.
Yeah, fast. It's
and credit, big credit to Golson for not panicking, holding his composure and pass the stick inside the zone. Whosoever is taking that stick to Kishan Thompson,
right. Yeah, man, they have to right. Because his acceleration is very fast, you know.
Him fast. Yeah. So he move from 0 to 30 quick. So we have a competent coaching staff in Tokyo. So hopefully they will put it together. But as of now, it looks like it's going to be Ryan Ford based on who was selected. I mean, you know, based on the rule, once Brian Level could come in because he's in the team based on the rule.
Yeah.
But as of now, it looks like it's going to be Ryan Ford. And I think that team also have a realistic chance of winning the 4x1.
All right. Here are some people that insinuate how the team could have set up 2 ways. Kishian start to oblique to Ryan Ford to Akeem Blake.
That could have worked too.
Because what they said, they're stuck in the start. Kishian have the fastest start, accelerate.
Front load.
Yeah, front load the team.
That could have worked too.
But again, will the coaches be experimental?
But for me, sometimes on the 4x1, you need some insurance on that anchor leg. Sometimes you want some insurance because a lot of things can happen over the 3
mid-race, yeah.
Right. So sometimes you want some insurance. If you realize, you know, there are several times, you know, when we win 4x1 with Usain Bolt and anchor, you know, and he did not get the baton first, you know. But because we have the big man on the ankle leg, in pull through, some of the times the Americans them get scared on the foolishness, them and leave.
Then tumble over.
We need the insurance. So if we have a front load, we have to can guarantee so the anchor man will get it out in front.
Yeah.
Which is tough. So for me, so far, Civil has proven that he's a backstretch bully.
But as you talk about that, you want breakdown, other breakdown where the people them say. I see Civil, the same way you set up the team, as some you that set up my team. But these are just alternate ways where people are discussed, because even Warren Weir said, he said that what's his name? Kishian would have been best suited for the backstretch, and Oblique would have been the insurance. And what they're saying, yeah,
that could have worked too.
Yeah, because what most people are saying is that Kishian are going to fade. But when them look on the sharpness of the ankle leg, where Kishian would have fade. But if Civil upon the what they are saying, Noah would have easy run past Kishian than him can run past Civil.
Let me tell you something, Coach Minzy, where a lot of persons tend to overlook in the 4x1. You see, experience counts for a lot.
And that me give Oblique pan.
And you see, Oblique Civil, the last time Jamaica ran a 4x1 with Oblique on the backstretch, Oblique is the primary reason why the baton was passing up.
Yeah.
Oblique kept his composure, he never panicked, and he passed the stick. You need somebody who can protect the stick under high pressure situations.
Because the backstretch is high pressure.
And Oblique has proven that. Oblique has proven that. Plus, the man is in the shape of his life. Right? So once the stick pass, we're going to be okay. But that's my team. Akeem Blake, sometimes he's inconsistent with him start, but Akeem Blake, Oblique Civil, Ryan Ford, Kishian Thompson.
Yeah. All right, so we spoke about these two relays, guys, because we kind of segue night. So we're going to go back to the 100 meters.
Kishian Thompson. Kishian Thompson has run 9.7 twice after 2 rounds. When an athlete runs fast on the Diamond League circuit in a one-half situation versus when an athlete runs super fast after rounds, a lot of persons don't pay attention to these things. Yeah, man have season best, but how did he get it or where did he get it? It's a one run, in and out. Good. The man run 9.7 and 2 consecutive trials in Jamaica. The man run 9.7 after 2 rounds or in the 3rd round. That is something that cannot be overlooked. Good. So he's the world leader, 9.75. Kenny Benderick is that 9.79. Courtney Lindsay, 9.82. Oblique Civil, 9.83. But we have seen a different Oblique Civil this year. 1-2 for the Jamaicans.
Who will get the 3rd? Noah or Bednar?
Me not have the medal for Noah.
Who will get the 3rd? Bednar?
Yeah, me have Kenny.
That does sound bad still.
Another youth with name from Tennessee named Puma McCallum.
Hey, that youth there for real, you know.
I don't know how he never lose at end season, but the man look smooth in our eats, smooth in our semi. I don't know what happened, but he should not be overlooked as well.
You're right about that, man. T-Mars for sure. T-Mars can get upset the apple cart and go upon the podium.
I think Americans can book 4 lane. America can book 4 lane in the final, you know.
Yeah.
You can book 4 lane.
All right, but based on how Oblique look this season, what he has done, his team has changed up several things. And some insights that I have had. Several PDF files have been coming over to my phone that Oblique is the man that is going to win.
You know why I would agree with you? Oblique Seville ran 983, I think, in pouring rain. If you do the maths, I easily 9-7 that. All right? In terms of execution,
smooth.
He has been the most consistent this season. And it's the same confidence gone through the roof. But I always use two things to judge track and field: the clock and the history. Oblique Seville have gone to 3 consecutive championships and win prime time semifinals with fast times and failed to get to the finals, to get to the podium. Also, what I notice about Oblique Seville, if you look at his physique this year, he's much bigger than he was previous years.
Yep.
So obviously there was a lot of speed in a weak shell. That is why he was getting hurt so often. And on the flip side, Kishian Thompson look like him shed.
Yeah, that me see. Based on the videos and them something that me see, and that spells trouble, you know. Kishian shedding that spells trouble. So I want to make call for Jamaicans them still, you know. And if Civil win, me no business. If Thompson win, me no business. I want to, me I say.
If Jamaica gonna get 1-2, boy, I'm probably not sure if I feel like 2004 when I saw for lose at the Olympics, and nobody not hear from me for about 6 months. But
Jaja.
You know.
Jaja.
But 1-2 for the Jamaicans.
All right, final 2 events, 3 events, and they are the 4x4s. Male and female and the mixed relays. Why? To be honest, in my prediction, me not have no medals for them 3 events here. And a best case scenario would have give the women a medal.
I think the women can win a bronze medal. But that is going to be heavily dependent on the shape that Dejanay Oakley turn up in. If Dejanay Oakley is in any way close to her NCAA shape, then the team's going to have a realistic chance of winning a medal. She's going to be the X factor. Right? With Nikisha Price, Station Williams, and Leah Anderson. Right. Unfortunately, this year we don't have no Genevieve Russell as no backup. The pool is not very deep. We have Ronisha McGregor, and you know, it's not like previous years, you know, where we have Candice McLeod and the field is deep.
Yeah,
it's not a very deep field.
Weak.
But if Dejanay Oakley is in sub 50-second shape, even 49 high, they're gonna have a chance, because Nikisha Price is going to run 49 low, 48 high. Stacey and Williams going to give you a regular 50-point, 49 split. Right? Leah Anderson, 50-point split. We just need to see which Dejanay Oakley turn up. If she turns up in good shape, we can make that.
Yeah. And that's why we say worst case scenario, we not have them, but best case, everything work out, them can them can't go up on the podium. The men are gonna be tough. I don't have them in there, to be honest. Whether worst case or best case.
Tough for the men. Well, that you're gonna need a sub 3-minute team to guarantee a space. And honestly, I don't see Jamaica right now running 259 mid to Booker Lane. You know, and even if you run, well, I don't know. I don't think 3 minutes. Even if you run 3 minutes flat, it's going to be bunched up. With a lot of teams there and whatever. What I would have loved to see, though, I'd have loved to see a Christopher Taylor on that 4x4. You know, along with the defending champion Antonio Watson. You know, that to me would have significantly improved our chances of, you know, getting to LA. You know, Jamaicans stay already when we get the stick. You know, sometimes Delano Kennedy, Powell, the great big boy. Interesting days ahead.
The comment me see me a laugh about, you know. But anyways, I'm not gonna read it. So nobody not gonna know what. But even how many medals you have for us? And we can close up the show in our next few.
10.
Make we hear it go now.
8.
Me have by the way. Oh, me can't tell you mine from now. Me have 8.
Go on.
Let me draw out my 8. Hold on there. Wait there. All right. So my 8 is 2 in the men, 1 in the women's race, that are 3, 1 in the 200, that are 4.
Women.
Yeah. Discus 1, 5, 100 meter hurdle 6, and the 2 4x1. And this is my worst case scenario. With some events where I not really say about. So I don't see that me have.
I have 10 medals, but I have 2 asterisks. So let me give you the 8 and then the 2 asterisks. The men's 100 meter, 2. Women's 100, 1. Women's 200, 1. Men's triple jump, 1. Men's discus, 1. Both 4x1s. How much that me got?
6 that?
7.
7?
Yeah. And the women's sprint hurdle, 8. The 2 asterisks I have is the women's 4x4, which I think can get a bronze medal, and the women's triple jump. No, Shanika Ricketts has not been having one of those regular seasons where she, you know, consistent in the 14 mids and, you know, 14-5, 14-6. But I was told that I should not worry. She's going to come up big because they are experimenting some phase they're working on. So everything's supposed to come together at the championship. That is what I was told. So on that premise, I have a fair medal with an asterisk.
So at the same thing, I did that explain to the people them. I've not seen over the years. Damian Cadwin say, I can't tell the people them say Ovila win the goal. Or you want me tell the people them. You know who that in a G?
Who that?
No, something man, singer. What name again? Major.
Oh.
Yeah, man, a Major, man.
Pastor Major.
Yeah.
Bless up yourself, singer.
So, what did I say now? Yeah. Maybe I tell the people them say the way I used to see them work with them program, you could have see the progression in the season where them are work on different phases. But for some reason, we don't see it this season. And for you say that them are work on phase now, that means there's something we may miss this season from them.
That is what I was told. Because, truth be told, I have not been impressed with her all season.
Yeah, me never see the difference in phase or she work on for true.
Yeah, me not see it. But then I was told by somebody who's close to her, listen me, at the World Championship, everything will make sense. So,
Okay.
all right. Okay, remember I said coaching is like cooking, you know. And the coach oftentimes can tell you when the food are ready, you know.
Mm.
So sometimes you might taste the food and you say, oh, this tasty, but the coach I said, but it's not ready yet, man. We not season it pot yet. You know? So that's it there right now. But
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get the 12 medals like we got in Budapest.
No, we'll get less than that.
Yeah, but it would be good if we could at least get double figures. But it's gonna be tough. And you know, say sometimes every championship we have something big. A big
what you think? All right. What you think? So would have a thrill in other championship?
In terms of big performances,
Yeah.
something that nobody saw coming.
Yeah.
Me can't tell you that. If nobody not see it, me can't tell you.
More of a feel so we is a possibility that we can medal in the long jump, you know.
Men?
For men, yeah.
Of course we have chance. We have chance. But Wayne Pinnock absence is gonna be a big blow for Jamaica because Kerry McLeod, in my opinion, always tend to feed off Wayne energy. And then with no Wayne Pinnock, I mean, maybe this is an opportunity for Wayne for Kerry to step up and be a man. Tajay McLeod also is a worthy competitor, but him hot and cold. You don't know who will turn up.
Tajay
Gill, sorry. Heard that he changed camp in a different camp.
Him now work out with Ricketts again.
That's where he is now.
Oh.
Yeah, in the up top again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that era, that department will give him a more feel of his event. You know, they can work on it depends.
It depends, you know, because a big part of coaching is managing personalities, you know. And that is why I strongly believe that had Usain Bolt did not go to Glen Mills, he wouldn't have done so well. Because I strongly believe that Glen Mills, though he was very forthright and firm, he never tried to change Usain. So he never too autocratic. Because based on Usain personality, he wouldn't do well in an iron fist environment. So coaching is about managing personalities. You know? So some athletes have to get bad up, you know. For do well. Others, you don't need to bad them up. You know? So I just saw the situation go. And even though they are professional athletes, some of them need some coaches, some no-nonsense coach. Others, you can't get the job done anyway. Personality. You know? But I wish the Jamaican team all the best. And I hope that, you know, the black, green, and gold reign supreme.
Yeah.
And after the men's 100 meters, it is going to do it's going to be a significant boost or opposite of boost for the Jamaican camp. Because if we get that 1-2, may I tell you,
it's going to be a snowball effect.
Yeah, man. Spirit of a rising in the camp.
Definitely. All right. I think we would have talked a lot. 2 hours and 4 minutes so far. Yeah, man. That's so in track. We are chat and feeling nice, man. Yeah, people. May I give the show about 6 more minutes. If you want to call in, just call in and make we hear what I say. Anybody? Anthony Johnson say you're full of wisdom.
Oh, thank you.
Royal Princess. Real say, boy, if we get the gold and oblique no medal, me I go hide. Jesus, please. The people them
They
are
feel the
just
same way.
ja.
Feel the same way. Remember then, no? Oblique has gone to 3. Hey, when Oblique won in semifinals last year in Paris, you know, and
Soups.
Virgin, it have me a scratch my head. I said, Jesus Christ. And then not even a medal.
Hey, somebody call me, you know. Somebody you know it, but me nah go talk your person name on the stream. The person said, Coach, who ya bring? I say, you know, say right now, Kishi and I overwhelming favorite still based on numbers. But me say me a hear a little thing about oblique. Man say what you say? Oblique? Man said, Coach, at 2 years now, you know, lose off that band there, you know. And man say a big money me lose, you know.
3
Coach,
consecutive championship. The
you
man
have too
winning
much
semi.
faith in this man, I know, Coach. Nah, sir. I say, you know, see your approach, man, take this year. Man say, yeah. But, Coach, me nah put my faith in him. You have too much faith. So, the person conclude and say, so, Coach, you think if he fail this year again, if he does give up his sport, because when we really gonna come back on do? Because if he's gonna do it 2027 again, rile up the people them and not do it. He just go, yo, may I tell you? So the person really strict power them I say, oblique star. But information coming out that it gonna be a different oblique. So we have seen it in events. The Manda Diamond League, he come back and brush for that 2 times.
Can I just add something else?
Yeah, man.
About an event that does not use starting blocks?
Yeah, go on.
I want to just highlight the men's 800 meter.
Yeah.
I mean, for the first time at a world championship, we're going to have 2 men in the 800 meters. Navaski Anderson and Tyrese Taylor. Both men have been back and forth playing tug of war with the national record. I think Navaski broke it like 3 times in the last 2 years. And then Tyrese Taylor now the first Jamaican to ever go sub 144. Even if both men don't advance to the finals, which I think is going to be tough for them to advance to the finals, but it's a good look for Jamaica having 2 men in the 800. I know we have seen women, we have seen in the past where we have had 2 women in the 800. All right. I think in order to get to this final, each final should have to go sub 143 to book a lane.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the Jamaicans have that, but it's still a good springboard, a good platform for the youngsters looking on to see they can, actually think that it is possible now for them to, get to the World Championship. It's a very good look.
Yeah, man. Definitely. And this is where we put the lid on it, people. Of course, we have tomorrow evening I come up Saturday and Sunday, the big dance I gonna keep Sunday morning. Or we got church, a prayer meeting, and cry at the altar. You see me? But we know Sunday morning at the big dance.
Big hoorah.
Right? Yeah, man. So big up to Coach Goburn. For passing through one of my brethren who normally talk track and field. A matter of fact, my colleague at one particular time for several years. You see me, I say a big coach, these people, me I tell you no. See, I've learned a lot from him as well. You see me, I say so. Kudos and respect and manners. And the platform is always open, Anytime you feel like you want forward, just let me know.
Well, what talk, man? Now this championship. Now I carry some napkin to, because just in case we have to wipe my tears.
Yeah.
But But it's gonna be interesting, and we just have a good feeling. We just think that Jamaica have a good championship. We just feel it.
Yeah. Boy, me have a plan for Sunday morning, you know, but me nah let it out. I can wait till Sunday morning. Let me see what I can go on still. But anyways, big up yourself again, coach. Big up people in the chat. Thanks for joining us. On your way out, if you have not liked the video, do so. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And Coach Goburn, you can tell the people where to find us so them can come follow up yep on a social media, man. They know what go on.
In terms of
Your social
handle?
platform, yeah.
Okay. Well, Instagram, Lando 071621. On Facebook, Keelan the Goburn. TikTok, same thing, Lando 071621. Yeah, that's basically where I'm at. Kind of behind the scenes though, tend to not to say a lot, you know, unless you are in my circle, you know, but we're very observant, you know. We look more and say less.
Yeah. People must say if you forward back, you know.
Yeah, definitely, man. Anytime.
They love the vibes. Yeah, man.
Anytime.
Yeah.
And interestingly, I have watched this program many times, but I seldomly comment in the comment section, and I have found it very interesting. I've learned a lot of things myself, and it's always a privilege, you know. Probably I forgot to make myself a resident
analyst. Yeah, man.
But definitely, man. Once it's track and field, we're good to go. Anytime. Yeah, man.
All right.
Black, green, and gold.
All right. So big up again, Coach G.
Yeah, man,
and bless up everybody. Stay safe until next time. I don't know how we do it.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.